For me, the trading game used to be everything, and those tiny profits that I would make would send me through the roof. But now instead, I am stacking serious amounts of cash. As you can see from my Phantom wallet, nearly $100,000, and it is through deving, using a simple method that if you stick around for this video, I will show you. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. Well, guys, I hope you're as excited as I am because we are about to get into this method and you will start making some serious cash. But first, let's take a quick look at some of the stories that unfold in the trading business. So let's take a look at this Take coin here. And now, as you can see, it's a fairly unpredictable coin. It goes up and down on a whim. And, you know, to be consistent with that is insanely hard. But, you know, most of us traders aren't really in the game for consistency. We're in the game for the rush of that luck. But I personally was in it to make some serious money. And the way I have chosen to make money instead is through deving and not trading because I was just sick of the guessing game. I was sick of all the luck and I was sick of my P&L looking something like this. Too much red, not enough green. Thankfully, this person has managed to recover it right at the end, but, you know, he could lose it all any second. And that's what tends to happen as well. You know, you make some money, you get real confident, and then you make one or two bad trades. Look at this guy. He has lost a great deal on his most recent trades here. So, you know, I wanted something a bit more consistent and a bit more solid. So I found createcoin.fun, this platform here that requires no coding and you can launch your own coins on Solana. So again, that's createcoin.fun. This is the platform that managed to get me all that money in the Phantom wallet that you saw earlier, okay? This is something I've been using consistently and making serious cash with, okay? But before I show you fully how this works, before I show you how to put your Solana in and make a coin, we're going to have a look back on Axiom and we are going to take a look at the pump market. Now, the pump market has been pretty good in the past, but now it's full of bloatware and shit coins. So most of the coins in terms of their market cap don't get much past a few K. Even if they do, they only get into the tens of thousands, sometimes the hundreds if they're really lucky. The reason for that, as I said, is because there's loads of shit coins and you can't push past all that noise. Now, if we switch to dynamic and look at the Matora market, you're going to notice the market caps are way higher. Some are in the billions, and that is because there's nowhere near as many coins being produced in as much time. So if you do have a coin that makes it, it has a chance of actually spreading and growing organically on that market. More people can have a look at your coin and give it the attention it deserves. So back to CreateCoin. First thing we're going to do is we're going to connect our Phantom wallet. As you can see, I've got about $100 worth of Solana in the wallet at the moment. That's the recommended amount to get going. So we're going to hit connect wallet. That will simply just be 2 button presses and we will be connected because it will detect the wallet for you provided you are signed in. Easy so far. Now this is where we would launch our coin. We'd come up with a cool name. We'd come up with a cool symbol. We'd find a fun image. We'd come up with this wicked narrative. And that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, sometimes a lot of money. And you know, I've got none of those things, or at least none that I want to give. So I'm going to hit the copy trending button. So what this does is it looks on the pump market and it finds the coins that are already doing well, and it will allow us to copy those coins, transfer them over to the Matora market, and then we can rake in some serious cash because the hard work has already been done. The marketing is already complete. All we need to do is put ourselves in a position to take some serious advantage of it. So taking a look at some of these, I mean, most of these coins are pretty good, and it doesn't really matter which one you pick, to be honest. You can look at the market caps. Some will perform better than others, obviously, but you know, you want to make sure you're picking just the one you find fun, I think. So let's try the bull post coin instead. Here we go. So this was what I was talking about. So it says request block, so make sure you click proceed anyway and then confirm, and then tick the box and click yes, confirm. So this is something that I have to do every time I set up a Phantom wallet with this service, and it is a normal part of the process, so make sure you follow that as well. Okay, now here's the next step. So we've created the token, but now we need to put some SOL into it to get it onto the market and get it going. So we're going to create our liquidity pool. Now this is where you need some of that money that's in your account. So I normally put around about 0.2 SOL into any coin. That has been the number that has worked for me so far, and it's you know, something where I've gone a bit higher in the past and it doesn't really make a massive difference. So 0.2 is about where you want to be. any less and it kind of affects the results a little bit, but 0.2 is the sort of sweet spot, the golden zone as it were. So let's confirm that transaction there and get our coin on the market. You'll see at the bottom here we are. So now we can see our coin on the market as it stands currently. We can see the SOL we've put in and we can see its estimated value. This lightning bolt is going to be our secret weapon. This is the secret source that will allow this method to work. We are going to pay 0.25 SOL and we are going to boost our token to the top of Dex Screener's trending list. So all those bots and all those trend chasers are going to see us salivate and they are going to buy. So we need to make sure we pay that 0.25 SOL and boost ourselves up. This is the key. This absolutely has to happen for this method to work. So let's click on that. Let's click confirm. Let's confirm the transaction there. And there we go. We're ready to go. So we're going to take a quick look on Dex Screener. I'm going to run this for a bit and then we're going to see what happens. So let's have a look. So initially, our liquidity, there you go, we jumped from 48 to 400 to 1k. We've over 10x'd already in terms of our liquidity, so that's crazy. And again, that is the boost taking effect. Okay, so when the boost comes in, a bunch of people see the coin, all those bots like bang bang bang, they want it, they trade it instantly. Okay, let's take a look. So as you can see, our market cap is at 2.1 already, 3.2 actually. We are ahead of loads of those pump coins already. So again, you can see how effective this is. Now I could leave this for a while, we'll leave it for a little bit and see what happens. But eventually, you're going to want to switch back to Create Coin and you're going to want to pull the liquidity out of the coin, and that is how we are going to make our money later on. So as I said, here we are back on createcoin.fun. Let's give a quick refresh. Our estimated value has gone up from $16 to just over, a smidge over 1k. That is an insane transformation, and I haven't been running this coin for very long. Now we're going to hit the minus button. As I said before, we are going to pull all of that liquidity out of the coin and into our pockets, and that is the way that we make the money using this method, guys. Okay, it is as easy as that. You just saw me do it. Now I make money from these videos, of course. You can see it happening. If you like, subscribe and leave a comment, you could potentially win half of the profit from today, which is coming up to about $500. So if you fancy a chance at grabbing that, like, subscribe, leave a comment and try this method out for yourselves.